So there was a recommendation made by Canada's top doc about reinstituting mask mandates, which is interesting because I had a recommendation of my own, and that is that he licks my balls.
Good evening. As the triple threat of viruses continues wreaking havoc on the healthcare system, the push for mask use grows.
What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. And today, you saw it in the title, Canada continues to play from behind, apparently. And all this panic and all this outrage and all this concern trolling that's been going on from the government officials and from these left-wing libtards is absolutely cringy at this point. But make sure to hit the like on this video. Subscribe if you haven't already. Getting a bit of a subscriber boost over the last couple days. I really like to see it. Let's keep it going. And leave your comments in the comment section. Everything sort of plays into how this channel grows and how more information gets out there and discussed. And more opinions get shared. Mostly mine. In fact, only mine. Because I'm the only one on this channel. Me. So there was a recommendation made by Canada's top doc about reinstituting mask mandates, which is interesting because I had a recommendation of my own, and that is that he licks my balls. But I don't expect compliance from him, so I don't think he should expect compliance from me. And I think that's the big issue right now is why are we bringing this back? There doesn't seem to have been in Canada any significant spike in positive tests. It is flu and cold season. You know, the weather is changing here in Canada. It was 17 degrees Celsius. American people, do the math real quick. On Thursday, and then on Saturday, it was snowing. Which went from, nice, like rising, nice, almost late summer weather to literally winter weather in 2 days. So that makes it very difficult on the human body to adapt. Our blood thickens when it's cold, it thins out when it's warm, and it helps regulate our bodies. And so this is a time of the year when that is very difficult to do so. So one thing that always seems to happen is that kids get very sick, congested, stuffy noses, and people are freaking the hell out. And they're like, we need to mask our kids again, completely disregarding a lot of the information that we learned over the last couple of years about how that strategy affects children's development. But those are studies that have been covered millions and millions of times before, and YouTube doesn't like when we talk about them because you're supposed to just do what you're told. But that also starts us on the hashtag do not comply. That has notoriously been related to these mandates, and it is back yet again on Twitter, and that's really a good thing because it's important that people use their brains here. Now, there's a lot of information about the concept of masks. There's a lot of information about all these things that have been given to you, and I just can't imagine how people can look at this knowing that they might have gotten something 5 times by now, 4 times by now, 5 times by now, maybe, I don't know, boosting the numbers a bit. And they're still like, oh, well, that's not enough. How is that not enough already? But that's fine, fair enough, whatever. I'm not a doctor. But why not recommend, but they don't recommend anything particular. They just say, cover your face, because it says so, that's why. Not taking into account that different coverings provide different levels of protection. Such as the concept of a cloth is on the lower end, while the traditional surgical mask, the blue one with the white thing, is like in the middle, but then the N95 is apparently equivalent to 2 of the surgical masks. So I don't understand why they wouldn't recommend, based upon that, that people, if you're that concerned about, masks and people being unmasked and that kind of transfer of bacteria, why they wouldn't just recommend that you wear an N95, because then it would cancel out because it's twice as effective as a surgical mask, it would cancel out you wearing a surgical mask and somebody else not wearing one at all. So it kind of like it. And then if the person is wearing a surgical mask, then now you got triple. Now you got 3 times instead of just 1. So it's just, I don't understand what is happening. I kind of understand what's happening. I 100% understand what's happening. I'm just not allowed to say it because of this fucking platform is going to ban me for 2 weeks if I say it. So I'm safe and effective, always. 100% safe and effective. Not about money. This is not about money. This is about health. This is not about the slow deterioration of human rights. This is about protecting the citizenry. I understand all that. I 100% understand that. But does that mean that we still can't ask questions? Here we can't ask questions. I can't ask questions on here. Thank God for Elon Musk. I can ask these questions on Twitter, but I can't ask these questions on here. But you know who can ask the questions? You guys can ask the questions in the comments section. You can say the things there that can't be said here because I don't know why. I don't know why. Because apparently with my, as of this recording, 540 subscribers, I am somehow heavily influential on people's decisions that they make and how they gather information and the way that they think and live out their lives, which I don't quite understand yet. I understand if it was 540,000, but it's just 540. I really hope that you're watching this going like, wow, you only had 540 when you did this. You got so much more now. That would be awesome. But I'm just saying, as of now, like, how much influence do I really have? But I still can't say anything. And frankly, they might not even take this video down and do what they did with my other videos, which is a full year later, take it down. Because apparently I'm supposed to live in a time machine and understand and know what the information is going to be a year from now so I can say it now rather than just saying what the information is now and not later. But here's my favorite line of all time from Keiran Moore. He was asked if you should be masking your children at home. How dumb you gotta be to ask this question, first of all. But let's just.
I just want to be clear. So if I'm a mom to, let's say, a toddler, and I wake up with the sniffles, you're saying I should be masking at home?
I'm sorry, but you should. You should be doing good hand hygiene, cleaning surfaces, masking as best you can to decrease the risk to that child.
I thought the surface thing we found out wasn't real. Am I missing something? I'm not saying it is. I'm not saying it's not real. I'm saying that I heard that became not a thing anymore after like the first year. I could be wrong. I'm going to take his word for it. I'm going to take his word for it that stuff, that the hand washing and that stuff that hasn't been pushed as a recommendation for a long time now, that maybe it's redoing it because he just means go the extra mile to protect your child from any and all bacteria. Maybe that's what he meant. I'll go with that. We'll go with that. But still, fucking still. Are we really going to be walking around our own houses with masks on? Is that where we're going to go? That's where we're. It's already bad enough watching people driving alone in their cars with it on, because it's like, even YouTube, you got to admit, what's the point of that? You know, it's your car. You're in it alone. But maybe there's a science behind it. There must be a science behind it. There must be a reason why it happens, and that's why I'm here to tell you guys that you have to do that too. Because it's about keeping each other safe at the end of the day. That's what it's about. It's all about doing what Keiran Moore, Doug Ford, and Justin Trudeau say because they know better than you do. So, just like Ethan Klein said, you don't even got to think about it, dude. Just do it. You don't even got to think about it, dude. They're telling you. You don't even got to think about it. Don't even think about it. Just throw it against the wall. You don't need it. Just do what you're told. We're going to mask up in school again. We're going to mask up in our cars when we're driving. And even we're going to mask up at home if we got the sniffles. Do it. Do it. Because that's what we got to do for each other. To keep each other safe. To not be a grandma killer. Like so many of these anti-whatevers that have been out there this whole time. That are single-handedly responsible. Make sure to like this video and comment and subscribe. Because by the time you watch this, I want you to at least be subscribed in case they take this video down at any point in time, even though I'm totally saying that this doctor's right. Listen to Dr. Keiran Moore, listen to Dr. Anthony Fauci. They will not lead you down the wrong path. And it's about safety. Thanks for coming, guys. Thanks for coming. I will see you guys next time if I'm here even.